What's up, y'all? Let some cats get in here. Want to discuss a few things, man. What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Look at my shit blooming, man. Everything looking real pretty. Good morning, good morning. I've been suffering from a terrible migraine, man. Terrible migraine all day. I'm trying to sleep it off. I've just come to the realization that today's gonna be a day I have a headache, man. So fuck it. We're gonna just yeah, computer guys, Geek Squad, man. Geek Squad. How we doing out there, man? Nah, I ain't going crazy on lockdown. This ain't nothing to me. Yeah, I drank some caffeine for sure. I wish I could puff some green. But real quick, man, I was gonna make a video, but I like doing these lives better. Less fucking work. You know, we hear a lot of these people, man, talk on these shows. But what kills me the most is when, like, I'll come home from prison, and I've come home 3 times, and you see these dudes that you was locked up with, checked in. You know they checked in. For whatever reason. And then when you see them, they out here in the real world acting like they're just for real Billy Badass. Like they're for real about that life, man. And I'm gonna like just kind of break some shit down. Listen, I'm not young anymore, man. I'm 41. You know what I'm saying? I'm not old, but I'm not young anymore, man. I'm not a spring chicken. I've done a lot of time in the penitentiary. Prison is something that I know. I know about it. I've experienced it. I've been there over a decade. Seen a lot of wild shit. And the one thing I do know is that when people go to certain yards or certain prisons, or they check off a yard, there's a reason behind it. You can't just be like, I just want to go to PC and live there. There has to be a reason. You have to have done something. You have to have a green light on. You have to be in trouble with some gangs. You have to be in trouble with somebody. Fuck some money up. And what's messed up about the situation is once their sentence is over and once their time is up, they're free to be whatever costume they want to put on. They come out in the free world and got people believing like they show enough about that life, man, or that they was holding it down in the system. And that's bullshit, man. I hate that. And I mean, I had some good homies of mine, some good bros that are tough. That ain't that soft, but I've seen them check in for whatever reason. You know what I mean? And it doesn't make you necessarily soft to check in, but it makes you guilty of something. And the issue is, I respect the man because I see him out here in the real world. A couple of them that I've seen aren't fraudulently putting on a front like they're tough. They come out here, they get their shit together, they work. They don't want to go back. I can respect that because I don't want to go back. But it's the ones that I see on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube or whatever, where they got the chest all pumped out and they're telling all these fucking lies. That ain't cool, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's not cool to go out there and act like you did this one for real. You tuck and ran, man. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Simon? I mean, it's definitely a sign of weakness in some form of fashion, and you're correct about that. I never checked in. I did almost 14 years altogether. I never checked in, not one time, man. Even as a juvenile, when I was really going through it, you know what I'm saying? It was rough. I never checked in because I made it a point that if I was going to, love you, if I was gonna do my time, I was gonna do it 10 toes down. I was gonna be a man about it. And the qualities about myself that I didn't like, the parts of me that were scared, because I don't care who you are, you're scared at some point. There's gonna come a moment, at least once during your stint, during your prison sentence, that you're gonna be scared. You're gonna be fearful for your life. And you know, I never turned tail and ran, man. Of course, I didn't put myself in situations where I tried not to. I didn't do things that were gonna put a big target on my back. As far as that was concerned, now being a gang member, that definitely did. You know, so that was, you know, in itself a whole different level of stupidity. But when I go on these social media sites and I see these people that I know for a fact ran up drug debts, or was running with us or something, or running with another crew and got caught being, you know, involved with homosexuality, or told on somebody. A lot of these dudes, here's the thing, when you go to PC, you don't just go check in, man. You have to give up some game. You got to give up somebody. You got to give up something. No, I'm not talking about anybody in particular. I'm not talking about anybody in particular. I'm talking about this morning I got up and I was on Facebook, and in 2 different pages I saw people yeah, I don't know who Mel Chancey is. And I see these guys and they're like, you know, taking these flicks and them doing all these poses and shit, and just acting like something they're not. And it bothers me, man, because they had a bunch of little youngins around them. And you got these youngins that's coming up in the game, coming up in the street. And I get it. I was a youngin once, man. I was coming up at one point and I was chilling with them old heads and was probably getting misled in a whole lot of ways, man. And when you are responsible for somebody else's idealistic view of what it's supposed to be like, and you lead them down the wrong road, that makes you a piece of shit. That makes you a fucking bitch, man. Like, you're no good to me. You're not good to me, because I have a lot of youngins hit me up all the time, and I try to steer them in the right direction, not the direction that I was once led by somebody that had grown up in the system, looked the way I look now, had done a lot of time, had that gift of gab, had that manipulative streak where they wanted a bunch of little young send-offs because they were too old and fucking washed up to do it themselves. And that's what a lot of it is that you get to a certain point in your life. And I guess I'm getting to that point now where, not saying that like I'm old or washed up, but hey, how you doing, buddy? All right, trying to stay low. Yeah. Yeah, me and my sons. Mm-hmm. Nah, just something I've been doing. Yeah. Yeah, my oldest. Yeah. I just try to stay, I'm in my 40s now. I try to stay in shape now. That's about it. All right, brother. You too. But, you know, I mean, I'm getting older, and I don't want to be that, that guy. I don't want to be viewed as that individual that's still trying to run around with dudes in their 20s and shit, being the king of the fucking lames. I don't want to be that. And Staten Island, I think you're probably right. Stop making all that goddamn racket. Simon, yeah, hit me up on Instagram, bro. Making all that damn noise. Hell yeah, man. That's what it is, though, man. It's like, you know, don't. And I don't even know where all like why I'm even doing this, man. But I just feel like it needs to be said because Mitch said it, and I like to watch Mitch, man, because Mitch reminds me of like, you know, cats I used to play chess with and shit like that. Just done so much time that they've seen everything that there is to see. They've done everything there's probably there to available to do in the penitentiary when you're locked up 38 years. And if you watch some of the old heads, some of the guys that were down for long bids, like I've done a lot of time, but I wasn't never in for no 20 plus years. Now, I used to hang out with this dude named Rick Poe, man, and that was my dog. That was my brother. He'd been locked up 21 years, and he got home and died his first year home. He's dead now, man. Rest in peace, Rick. But it was all like we all rolled with each other, man. And he was like that. And I remember I took a lot from that, from watching how he moved. And he taught a lot of us younger dudes how to live in the system. And, when people go to PC and they sitting back there on isolation because they've done some old fuck shit, or they've told on somebody because they were scared to catch more time. A lot of it is dudes that go back there because they've been involved with dealing drugs with somebody or getting a pack or just something they've done with somebody else, and they feel the fire getting ready to come down on them, man. And they go ahead and check in and start telling the whole shit. But what they do is they'll tell on that, then they'll tell on that, then they'll tell on that. And the cops don't care about them. The cops are going to act like they care about them. They're going to come back to be like, hey, what's up, brother? I've seen it, man. Because there's some yards where the PC line is the same line as the SAG line. So we're back there on isolation for being punished. And we got to live next to these fucking PC guys, man. They keep back with the chomos and all that, dude. So, you hear it. Like when the investigators come down, they'll come knock at your cell, man. And I would never go out of the cell. They're like, hey, you want to come out and talk to us? I'll be like, nah, we can talk right here. You know what I'm saying? So there's certain things that you do as a convict. There's a certain code that you live by as a convict. And I feel like if you call yourself a convict, you call yourself a fucking man. You should live by these codes, and you should come home and you should stand on that shit. Don't switch up and all of a sudden you're too tough Charlie now that nobody's looking, because don't think that nobody's looking. Somebody's always looking, bro, and somebody's always going to be there to say, well, wait a minute. Wait a minute, dude. I remember when you did this. I just feel it needs to be spoke on a little more, man, because I see it a lot. I see it a whole lot. And being a convict and being somebody who has learned what it is to have done serious time. A lot of these dudes that you see go to these level 1s or level 2 prisons and they get all the ink. They'll come home looking like they was at fucking Pelican Bay, but in reality they was at James River work camp. And when you go to those level 1s and level 2s, it's real easy to be whatever it is that you want to be, because no one's going to try that shit because everyone's going home. They'll come out of fucking doing their little 2 years or their little 18 months or their little 3 years looking like they done 20 just from getting all these tattoos and doing a few push-ups. But we say it on the BLC show, man. We say it, man. A clown puts his own makeup on every day. Nah, I've been on all that, Tony. You know, I've been on level 3s to 6, and it's a whole different ball game, a whole different level. You know, that's why you got the lower levels are called correctional centers and the higher levels are called state prison, because it's a total different mentality. Even the guards are different on those higher levels. Those guards are a lot more respectful most of the time, not all the time, but they're more respectful because they want to go home. And there's a lot of high-ranking individuals on those high levels that can just write a letter and have you touched, man. That shit ain't nothing to them. And they don't care because they're never going fucking home. You know, and these dudes that do this shit know better. They know better, man. They get all these shit blasted all over them with these swastikas and these fucking different tattoos that people get in prison, and they didn't earn any of them. And for older heads that was coming up in the system when this shit was gladiator school, you know, I kind of caught the end of it. I started going to the adult system in the 90s. And in the 90s, it was a whole different era. And you can ask pretty much anybody that's done time. The 80s and 90s for prison, and the 70s, 80s, and 90s was a whole different era, man. Motherfuckers rock and roll, man. It wasn't like it is now. It wasn't easy to just go. You wasn't going off a yard. You was gonna fight, you know. So I feel like people need to understand that you know, make sure you're doing your homework on people, man, especially out here in the world, and make sure you know who you're surrounding yourself with, and people who got younger, like teenage kids and young adult kids. Make sure you know who your people are hanging out with, because yeah, the 80s and 90s were rough, man. Yeah, I am old, bro. What's up, everybody? So yeah, the whole aspect of it is, man, if a dude went to PC in the penitentiary, I feel like he shouldn't, you know, get on any level of anything and be like, I'm the baddest motherfucker in the world. Now, if the dude's message is solid and the dude's saying, look, man, this is what happened. I went to PC. Like I said, going to PC don't necessarily mean you're soft. That shit don't mean, I know some dudes on on the PC line that goddamn will fucking kill you, man. You know, don't get it twisted. I mean, you look at the old, the Mexican Mafia dude. Look at Boxer Enriquez. Dude, straight fucking snitch, straight PC. But back in the day, man, that dude was treacherous. Much love, Wolverine. Thank you, brother. I'll tell you, I was on at Greensville, and we were locked back in there for the little mini riot we set off. And while I was back there, they had got these kids, at these white GD dudes that had killed another GD, right? And they had him back in the hole for like 6 months, right? And they kept trying to take this one dude out. All the other dudes were going out and doing these fucking interviews with these investigators, with the police. You know what I mean? And this one dude, man, Mikey, he would not come out. They'd come to his cell. He was like, fuck you, I'm not coming out. I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying shit. You can fucking come here and talk to me at this door, or we can just not talk. And he sat back there and soldiered that shit up, man, for like, God, I want to say it was like 8-9 months. Would not come out of that door, didn't even go to rec, because his values were so tight that he was like, if I go to rec and y'all don't see me, I don't want it to be misconstrued that I went and talked to somebody. This dude's looking at a life sentence. This dude's getting ready to go home in like a year. So imagine that. Put yourself in this dude's situation. You're getting ready to go home. Your little homeboy's done did something, and here's the kicker of it. He really had nothing to do with it. He had nothing to do with it. I know that for a fact. I was there. I was in the pod. So, finally, all the indictments come down. All the indictments come down. There was like 4 or 5 of them. Maybe even 6 dudes that was involved in this investigation. Every fucking one of them got an indictment. Every fucking one of them except Mikey. Much love, Jay. So, you know, it goes to show you that sometimes in life, man, it's going to hand you so many different angles to make you fold, man. It's going to hand you so many different ways. Life is going to glamorize you to swallow your moral fiber. Life is going to glamorize it, make it look so easy to walk away from shit. But you have to understand that the reason they call it honor, the reason they call it integrity, is because it's not fucking easy to have all the time. You know what I'm saying? Jaw, man. Nah, look out here. Pouring down rain today, buddy. Pouring down rain today. They told us yesterday we wasn't working. Go back tomorrow. But the reason a lot of people today, I think, that don't have it, and the reason so many of these youngins are going to these prisons and they check in immediately, is because they don't have to live the way that we lived back then. They don't have to come up the way we came up, man. A lot of us older guys came up hard, man. We came up rough. The world today is just instant gratification. The world today is, I could swipe a phone and find, my kids don't even want to look at their notes to do their homework. They want to get on my phone and look it up. Yeah, Capo, I'll do it again, man. I'll do it again. I was home on that surgery shit, man. And it was easier to do then, but back to normal life now. It's hard to do the book reviews. But as old heads, man, as seniors and vets of whatever, it is our job and our duty, man, to teach these people better moral fibers, man. Like, if you're coming in the system, you can't just, it's hard to just let some of this shit go that you see. But these youngins today, they don't want to hear nothing. They know everything already. You can't tell them nothing. They already know until they don't know. And they find out shit the hard way. And then all the rap music in the world and all the sags that they can bust are not going to help them when it's baptism by fire, man. You know, and it'd be the one that you least expect, man. It's the quiet motherfucker that you don't think is going to do anything. I've seen kids come in the penitentiary, group up, and think that they're going to just push an older guy around because he's quiet or because he looks kind of goofy or cool or because they're not in the shit. Today's day and age, it's all about the optic illusion. It's all about what people see. But in reality, the loudest one in the group is usually the softest, man. So when that shit gets exposed and that little goofy, quiet motherfucker that didn't bother nobody, that's been locked up 30, 40 years, takes off on one of these young dudes while they're on the phone. I've seen it happen right in front of the fucking police. Somebody that's got a life sentence that's had enough, they're not going to broadcast it. They're not going to pump their chest out and peacock in the pod. They're not going to take their shirt off in front of everybody. That dude's going to be meticulous. He's going to sit in his cell. He's going to sharpen up whatever he's going to sharpen up. And he's going to wait until one of them little young kids is on the phone with their little mammy, begging them for money, trying to get some money out of Western Union or something from their mom. And he's going to put a goddamn toothbrush in the side of his neck. Now all of a sudden you want to go to PC. Now you want to go to PC. Well, now you're leaking out the side of your head and you're praying that the fucking police come there in time to save your stupid ass. To save your stupid ass. Because you done ran your fucking dick-sucking mouth to the wrong one. I was fortunate. I went to prison very young, man. I went to prison at 17 years old. Prison at 17 years old, man. And I was fortunate because the older guys that were already had been down 20, 30 years and 10 years or whatever, I guess they saw something in me and took me kind of under their wing and was like, look, we don't want you to fall. Because I was in a level 5. I was at Sussex, man, on my first bid ever. And I had to learn real fast that it ain't about how loud I was gonna be or how big. The biggest motherfucker can be the softest motherfucker, man. I've seen real big dudes, y'all call yoked up white dudes, get bitched and straight smoked off the line by somebody you wouldn't even expect. Do not underestimate anybody. All that outside appearance shit, they can go out there and lift all the weights they want. You don't know what the next man is capable of. You don't know what the next man is capable of. And this is the types of things that get these guys on that PC line. Because once you get exposed, once your heart is checked, once you find yourself in a situation where it's fight or flight and you take flight and you run or you cower or you tuck your fucking dick like a female, that stigma's never gonna leave you, man. That stigma's not gonna go away. You're gonna carry that shit to the next place, to the next place. And if you try to come back out on that main yard, they're gonna just look at you like, are you kidding me, bro? Did you really just come back out here? I've seen that shit 100 times. I've seen people come to prison that been on them level 1s, level 2s, got caught bringing in a sack or something, got caught going to wherever they were going and getting what they were getting, or get caught with some little makeshift shank that they had to try to scare these level 1, level 2 inmates and get put on a real yard, a level 3 or 4, a River North or a fucking Augusta or a Buckingham, one of these places, Greensville. And if when they get down there, they try to claim that they're this and claiming this. Oh, I'm in this gang or I'm in this gang. And then not only do they try to claim that they're in the gang, but they'll try to claim that they got rank so they can get on the phone, because you got to put in work in the Virginia system to get on the phone on these major institutions. If you ain't willing to fight, you'll be paying to use that phone. Trust and believe, you'll be paying to use that phone. And these guys come on here, man, and get exposed super fast because these dudes have connections. These dudes are not playing around. They live this gang life. They're about that shit because that's all they have left. They don't have anything else left. So they hold on to it. Just like most of us out here would die for our family, would kill for our families if the situation called for it. The same way they'll do that because that's their family. That's all they have in life. That's how they survive. That's how they eat. That's who takes care of them. That's who fucking has their back. So they're going to have the same principles. So think about it like that. Before you go shooting your mouth off, before you start shooting off all types of shit that ain't true. The one thing about a lie is that you have to lie again and again and again. And that's why some of these people on this YouTube shit get exposed out and get washed up because they try to lie, man, try to be something that they're not. Don't be something you're not. Be yourself. I've chilled with all types of individuals in the system, all types of people. Seen them come and go. And a lot of times I'd be around a dude, and people would look at me and be like, yo, what the fuck you hanging around that dude for, man? And I was saying, I mean, dude's cool, dude's solid. The outside appearance, I mean, ain't always what it's cracked up to be, man. That was something else that I learned in prison, man. The most gangster motherfucker, the most hardest looking convict you think you've ever saw can get fucking bitched up immediately, man. Immediately. By somebody you don't even know or expect. So that's my little PC spiel, man, you know. And it's just like it says in the Bible, man. Don't feed into false prophets, you know. Don't do that. Be aware of who you're around, man. Be aware of, you know, we call it doing our homework. We check up on people, man. We check that paperwork. We do whatever. We make that phone call. You know, it's real easy these days to be exposed, man. Y'all have a good day, man. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Family's good, man. Just read through some comments, hoping I ain't missed nothing. I seen some shit get deleted. I don't know what happened. I see. I think I know what happened. All right, guys. Y'all have a good afternoon, man. Hope you guys are staying safe. Much love to the BLC. As always, prison rules are in effect. You know what I mean? Hope you guys are liking that music. Something I enjoy doing. You know what I mean? One thing I notice about all of us little YouTubers, man, there's a lot of us that have these little talents. And I think about that and it saddens me because what's up, Andrew? Imagine what a lot of guys could have been if they hadn't pissed away years behind that wall, man. You know? So, once we get through this coronavirus shit and all these lockdowns and whatnot, man, I'm going to start doing like little videos, you know, going around my city, man, showing y'all what Richmond's all about, man. It's a pretty cool little city, man. But I got a couple offers to go start doing maybe a couple shows at some bars and shit, so maybe I'll do that and we can put some videos out, man. I think that'd be dope. Until then, y'all have a good afternoon, man. I'm going to holler at you later. See if I can't get rid of this headache, man. 804 checking out.